guys, today we're cooking some simple lunch. Simple, tasty and good. First I have a chicken and I did remove the backbone from the chicken. I didn't show it to you, I'm gonna bring that in another video. Wash that chicken out thoroughly, and what I did was remove most of the bones from the chicken, so what we basically get there is the flesh and the skin for holding the chicken together. Place some water into your bowl, and you want a lot of water because you're going to be submerging the chicken into this water. Place some vinegar. You want to add a generous amount of salt, and you also want to add some homemade pepper sauce. I do this because I want my chicken to be marinated well. All right, so stir it in. You also want to add either some lemon juice or lime juice, and in this way it's going to help to pre-season your chicken and also take away the rawness from the chicken. Once it's all done, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to place the chicken right into this bowl with water and the rest of the stuff that I add here, just like this. At this time you can let it sit for 35 minutes or how long you want. I let mine sit for 1 hour. While that is being done, I'll go right over to showing you how I'm going to do my prep for my sauce. I have some seasonings here, which is 1 teaspoon each of seasonings. You use any type of seasoning, so check the description box below. I will be listing all details right below. So this is some passion fruit that I have here. This is what it looks like when you cut it open. So I remove the pulp and this is what you end up with. I also have some oranges, ginger, garlic, and some onions. Now what you want to do is to strain the passion fruit, and you can also use a blender to get it juice. I prefer to mash it like this. In this way it's not much work because once you blend it, the seeds are all gonna be mashed up, and then you may have to use a different method, a cloth or something to get it out. That's too much of work. So I just take a spoon and just mash it through, and this is what we get, our passion fruit juice. So you want to get as much as 1 cup of passion fruit juice. This is what it looks like, very thick, rich and nice. I'm going to go ahead also cut my oranges and squeeze them. You can use a squeezer to do this, or you can also use a spoon. In this way you're going to get most of the juice out from the oranges. But be sure to remove the seeds, all right? You don't want to use the seeds. Okay, since that is done, what I'll do, I'm going to combine all these ingredients together. But before I do that, guys, let me show you. I did remove the chicken from the water and I pat dry it, and as you can see there's hardly any bones there. So I'm going to mix my seasonings well. You can also use your own homemade green seasonings, and always remember to season and adjust your taste to your preference. Okay, so you want to place a generous amount of seasonings all over this chicken, just like this, guys. Pat it in. Then you want to catch all the ends, you know. Make sure you put the seasonings up under the skin. And when I clean my chicken, guys, I did remove that white kind of slimy stuff from under the skin. You need to get that removed. So once it's done, I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to add some of my passion fruit juice into here. Of course, I'm going to be leaving some of this passion fruit juice and the orange juice to make my little drink. And then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients right up into here, along with some red pepper flakes. Then I'm going to blend it up well. This is flavor, guys, trust me. If you don't try a chicken like this, then you'll be losing out. So once it's done, I'm going to shake it up and pour it right over my chicken. Passion fruit and orange juice is a good combination. Some hot pepper flakes, and yes, we're making some spicy chicken here. Pour it right over. At this time you can use a spoon, a knife, a spatula, whatever you want to use, and just raise the chicken up a little on each ends, just so that you can get a goodness right up under the chicken. Once I do this, you can use a plastic wrap. I did use a foil, and you can place your chicken to cover the chicken rather, sorry. Cover the dish with the chicken and place it into the refrigerator for about an hour. I did not place mine into the refrigerator, I left mine out. And that is going to help to marinate it well. Again, use any seasonings of your choice. Before I do that, I'm going to sprinkle some more of my mixed dried seasonings right over the top. And it's that simple, guys. Very simple and easy to put together. So after I placed the foil on, I left it for an hour like I said earlier. Then I'm going to remove the foil, place it into the oven, and at this time I'm going to place it onto the second shelf of the oven. And you want to do this for like 35 minutes and let it broil. After 35 minutes, you can see that most of the juice has been evaporated. You want to just pour that goodness right over the chicken just like this. Make sure it gets all over. At this time my kitchen is bursting with flavor, guys. This chicken is to die for. It's very flavorful, very juicy. Let me tell you, give it a try. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, guys, and don't you forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos, okay? Once I'm done pouring this juice over here, I'm going to pop it right back into the oven, and at this time I'm going to place it onto the top shelf. And remember, we're not baking it with a foil, we're baking it just as it is. After another 35 minutes, our chicken is brown and charred at the same time. I'm going to drizzle a lot of honey right over to this chicken. The sweetness from the honey and the passion fruit and orange juice, when it combines, oh my word, guys, this is heavenly. Once I'm done drizzling this honey, I'm going to turn the heat off from in the oven. I'm not going to cover this chicken, and I'll let it sit there for 20 minutes. Remember, no heat. Once 20 minutes is up, then our chicken is ready to be served. And this is what our chicken looks like. Now I'm not done. I'm going to start by doing some corn. I have some young corn here, guys. And this corn do not take long to boil because it's pretty young. All right? So I would remove the shells. And as you can see, once you pop it like this, you can tell. Remove the hairs from the corn, wash them, and then cut them up. Some beautiful corn. Very young and nice. I did wash, cut them. I have some onion, garlic, pepper, some chives, and I also have some Guyana fine thyme and some celery. So now, over medium heat, I'm going to place a pan, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil gets hot, I'm going to go right ahead and add some garlic. And I'm going to saute this garlic for about 2 minutes. I like my garlic to be golden brown. In almost most of my videos when I'm cooking, I would mention that. I just love the fragrance of garlic, man. After 2 minutes, I'm going to shift this aside, then add the rest of the ingredients like the onion, seasonings, pepper, and you want to saute this again. Now you can cook your onions and your seasonings until it's all melted down. All right, that's okay. We all have our own ways of cooking, and I just sauteed this for about 3 minutes. I didn't wait for it to go down because I choose to do it this way because I just love the colors. I love to see that seasonings up in there. Even though when you do it the way I just say that you can take it down until it melts down, that's still all right. But for home use, guys, this is just a quick method. Stir it up in well. Then you want to go right ahead and add your coconut milk. Now I'm going to boil this. If you want your seasonings to be mashed up, like I said earlier, you can put more liquid and let it boil for a longer time. Back to square one, guys. I boiled mine, and as you can see, I didn't boil it for long. It just took like 6 minutes to boil up, and all the fat from the coconut milk has been stuck to the side of the pan, so I'm going to scrape that down. At this time, I'm going to go right ahead and add 1 cube for flavor. I'm going to also add some white pepper and then give it a nice little stir. A pinch of salt will do, and once you stir it up, guys, it's time for me to go right ahead and add my pieces of corn. And I'm saying again, this corn does not take long to cook. That is why it doesn't have much liquid in there. And if you want a corn that is, you know, with much liquid, as a matter of fact, just add more coconut milk. Stir it in. Cover this pot at this time. And make sure to taste as you go, all right? You don't want to cook and then you don't have the right taste. So taste as you go. Sometimes I don't taste, sometimes I do. Cover the pot, turn the heat down low, and let this sit there for 10 minutes. Over low heat, after 10 minutes, this is what the corn looks like. It is fully cooked, guys. All right? You can see that most of the water has been evaporated. The coconut milk is rich. You can see all that fat up in there, and this is where the flavor comes in. So we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to start with our rice. The rice only takes about 6 minutes to cook. So into my rice cooker, I add some water, and I'm going to add some onion and celery. Now at this time, be sure when you're cooking your rice to add just a little bit of water at a time. So I'm not going to really tell you how much rice I've used and how much water. You can cook as much as you want, as little as you want. Just use a little bit of water at a time. Set that there, and once it starts to boil, remove the cover and give it a nice little stir. At this time, I'm going to also add some butter, and this is going to bring back the flavor. Today's food, guys, everything is fully flavored, trust me. Add some butter right up into there. That's all that it needs. And this rice is jasmine rice, guys. So you can use any type of rice you need. Again, just be sure to add a little bit of water at a time. Once I add my butter, I'm going to cover this and let it cook right down. And you know how the rice cooker works, right? Once the water starts to evaporate and there is not much liquid left there, you know your rice cooker is going to flip from cooking to warm. And even though it is set to warm after that, there is still a lot more moisture that is going to be extracted from this rice. So don't get tied up. It can get burned. So as you can see, it's warm. The grains of my rice is a good texture for me when I checked it, and lunch is served, guys. Look at our succulent chicken, our tasty corn, tasty rice, and it's heavenly, guys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.